Oh, so what's good, guys? So I was scrolling through Facebook today, and I saw so and so was brutally beaten, and I was like, alright, what the fuck? So I looked at it, and it actually turned out to be a kid I went to school with. He was, I think, 2 grades younger than me, but I still knew him. I had a class with him, and it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, that stuff doesn't happen around here. Like, there's not many people that end up getting beaten to death or dying, from something other than like a disease. And this kid, Nick, who was 16, got beaten to death, and he was actually in like I guess a foster care or whatever you want to call it. So I mean, I knew his home life wasn't great, and it just turns out that like it was even worse than what I thought. And he got beaten by 2 kids, and that's just like I was kind of sick to my stomach when I first read it. Like that's insane. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, rip, and like be super sappy, because like I knew him. I knew him, but I wasn't like really good friends with him, and I'm not gonna act like I knew him really well, just because I hate when people do that. And, something happens that's very unfortunate, and then suddenly everyone cares about someone. Like, not that I don't care about him, it's very sad, but I'm just pointing out the fact that it kind of it hits a little bit harder when someone or at least someone you've at least talked to dies, and especially in a way like that, makes you stop and think a little bit. I don't, not every day, I don't really stop and think about a whole lot of things, and that's definitely one of that kind of slows you down and makes you, appreciate kind of where you're at. Makes you appreciate the small things, because I mean, I am very fortunate. My home life is great. I've never had a problem, nothing like that. I have 2 parents that love me. I've never gotten really messed with, and I'm just very appreciative of that. And then when you hear something such as unfortunate as this, it's like, wow, you start thinking about that some more, just how grateful you should be. And we're not always going to be grateful. We're not always in the same situation. And if you're if you're in a good situation, I'm not saying you have to sit there and think about how lucky you are all the time, because I mean, let's face it, not everyone is going to think about that 24/7. Like, you kind of get used to having a good life like that, and that's not something that you should always think about and be so grateful for, because that's just realistically not going to happen. But every once in a while, you need to take the time and just be thankful for what you have every once in a while. That's all I'm saying, guys. I mean, it's such a brutal way to beaten to death. Like, fucking, the poor kid was 16, such a nice kid, and then this shit happens. It bothers me. It really does bother me. Because I know, talking to him, like, he was cool. Like, I'm not saying I was best friends with him. I'm not saying I was even friends with him, but he was nice to talk to. Never had a problem with him. And then you hear this shit, and it's like, wow. And especially because this stuff doesn't happen around here. Not where I live, at least. It just, I don't know what to say, guys. Just be grateful for what you have, and take the time every once again to just understand that. So see you guys later.